First, I want to give a shout out to the fans. I mean, that environment that we had just now was electric. So, all the fans, I mean, I can't tell you how much I love you. The stripe out was awesome. I didn't really see the stripe out because I was kind of blacked out half the game, but the noise, the atmosphere, it was elite. We just got to make sure we keep that going. So,
Congratulations. Obviously, last year at Penn State, you guys ran it 32 times in a row. So not new to this, but just wondering if you could speak to the way that you had to get this one done.
Yeah, we felt like we needed to possess the ball. We needed to be successful in the run game and keep their offense off the field. Thought Lincoln, I have so much respect for him and what he's done on the offense side of the ball and with that program. But we knew we could generate some yards on the ground and wanted to control the clock and keep our defense off the field as much as possible. So I think our guys executed. There was a little lull in the third quarter. They made some really good adjustments, and then we had to adjust. So it was a chess match there in the run game. And then obviously Kalel, man, 17 carries and 159 yards, averaged 9 yards a carry, 2 touchdowns. I mean, just incredible job by him, the offensive line. So very proud of this team.
You go on the right, Charlie.
Sherrone, can you talk for a moment about that last drive, sticking with what were a lot of people wouldn't run with under 4 minutes to play. Can you talk about that confidence in that game and how that drive turned out?
Yeah, we talk a lot about situational football. When you have 4 minutes on the clock, there's no need to, be in a hurry, especially when you're trying to keep the ball and possess the ball. So there was a lot of situational football there. We worked that every week. We worked some kind of situational football throughout the week. And for us, we wanted to, sustain drives and keep it out of their hands. And guys did a good job. Kalel made a heck of a play on the run. The guys tackled him. He just drags him off and runs for 60 yards, his longest of the season. Before that, his longest of the season was a 50-something yarder. So, I mean, just incredible job by our kids.
On the left, John.
Sherrone, what was the locker room like, and what does pulling one out like that do for this team mentally, emotionally, confidence-wise?
It was insane. It was fun. They were throwing me around. I'm not a small dude, so for them to throw me around, it took a lot of force and power. So I'm a little sore right now, but it was incredible. And the best thing about our team, we got a team. And, whether you run it, whether you throw it, say you should throw it more, we won. And we beat a good team, So for us, that's what it was all about.
On the right, Chris.
Give an update on Mullings.
Yeah, he came back and he could have went back in, but we held him, so he's in a good place. And I thought those other guys did an outstanding job. Yeah, Josiah, tackles for loss, 3 of them. He had 2 sacks. The D-line had 4 sacks, and I think a lot of those sacks were on 4-man rushes. I thought Coach Wink Martindale did an outstanding job, gave him a game ball in the locker room with the mix of coverage, with the mix of blitz, the mix of looks, twists, games, all types of things that kept that guy guessing and kept 7 guessing because Miller Moss is a good player, and we hit him a lot. And those guys took a lot of pride in the 4-man rushes and the guys in coverage. It was a great job, great game plan by the defense, and proud of them.
On the left, Steve.
Sherrone, could you share with us what you saw on the 2 big plays, the 63-yard run and the game-winning touchdown?
Yeah, a will to not give in, a will to want it more than them, want it more than the man that was trying to tackle him on that big play for Kalel. The guy's on top of him, dragging him, and he just runs and he just breaks another tackle and another tackle, and he's gone. Then the 4th and 1 to win the game. It was, challenge the O-line. It's on you. It's 4th and 1. The game's on the line. What are you going to do? And that's the situation that we have in practice throughout camp. And they owned up to the bell. I'm proud of them.
Was that Miles and Max maybe with the biggest blocks there?
Miles, Preeby, Dom was on that side, and then the puller was G. It was, with the big, and then Gentry was the extra lineman there. So we had an extra lineman on that side to concave that whole side. So didn't see the whole play, but know that there was a lot of movement and enough to get the touchdown.
Aaron.
I think we all knew what Donovan brought to the run game coming into the year, but can you just speak to Kalel and the emergence he's showing? It's back-to-back career games.
Yeah, right now I think he's averaging like 8 yards a carry on the season. And he can take it the distance he's shown. He can run you over. He's just done everything for us. He's a great pass protector. He's been incredible. Last year he averaged 6 yards a carry, so it's not a surprise of how good he is and what he's done, but to see him take the next steps and really make those explosive plays, and when the game's on the line, he wants the ball in his hands, and he made plays happen. So, he's a star. He's a game breaker.
Jake.
Yeah, Sherrone, this was the fewest passing yards in a game for Michigan since 1987. How does it feel to win a game when they know you're going to run the ball and they still can't stop you, especially when it matters.
Well, I love it. I love every minute of it. And, you know, it's my dream to see it. And yeah, I want to throw the ball, but when you can run the ball effectively, it kind of it brings you down a little bit. And for us, our guys, the look in their eyes this week, how they prepared, how they practiced, we adjusted some things in practice to make it a little bit more competitive and more physical. And the guys responded, and they loved it. You know, they loved it, and they really took it to heart. And I think the O-line, I'm so proud of them because I'm so hard on them, but so proud of what they did and how they played today. So, yeah, shout out to them.
Stay over here, Austin.
Sherrone, what was the conversation like on the headset on the sideline before the fourth down play? Is that one where you even talk about any options, or did you know right away which one?
No, I just said, what's the best fourth down play right here? What's the best goal line play we're going to run? And Grant, exactly, boom, he knew exactly what the play was. And when somebody responds with that assertiveness and confidence, I'm like, okay, let's do it. And you looked at the boys, and the boys knew it, so we knew we were in great shape.
Grant, you said?
Yeah, Newsome, yep.
Bob?
Sherrone, there weren't a lot of people thinking that you guys would pull this game out. And did you feel like you said something about the program with the defense was still here and the offensive line? And do you guys take that to heart when perhaps you were a little bit written off?
Yeah, I could answer that so many ways. Really, we're just, the way we look at it, we're just trying to be 1-0 each week. We're not going to worry about what people say about us. People write about us. You know, you win, there's always a criticism. You lose, there's a criticism. So for us, it's how do the guys in the building, how do we feel about each other? How are we going to work to get better? How are we going to be 1-0 that week? That's it. That's all we're worried about. So we have a family. I love these kids like they're my own, and we're just going to work to get better every day. That's it.
Tom?
I'm sure we'll probably be up here when the defensive players come up, but can you talk about that pick six at Will Johnson? Does he bait people, wide receivers and quarterbacks, into that play? And was that something that was built up over time, and then he jumped on the opportunity?
So it was funny you say that. Like 2 drives before that, Wink's like, he's going to get one. They're going to test him. He's going to get one. And all I saw was roll like a missile. Shoot it, pick it off, and I knew it was gone. And he's an incredible player. He just who he is. And he's the same every day. He works his tail off, doesn't say very much. He just wants to be the best, and he did what he did. So, partly won us the game, so very proud of him.
Larry?
Take us through your range of emotions throughout this game and the 2 fumble play, just kind of
Yeah.
what you were thinking there.
Up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Adversity strikes. What are you going to do? There's so many things that go on in this game of football, and it's exciting, it's crazy, gets you all over the place. But again, our players never flinch, and that's what you're really proud of is just the way the players responded in those situations, and defense, offense, special teams. So just happy for our players.
Ryan?
I know every win's a win, but the fact that it's against USC's first Big Ten game, a top 15 opponent, does it seem like this one maybe adds a little bit more juice or a little bit more importance of victory to today's game?
We had the privilege of Carol Hutchins and Lloyd Carr being our honorary captains, and Carol talked about how she's winning as coach in college history, and she mentioned to our team how there's no such thing as a big game, because every game is a big game. So there's no such thing as a game this is a big game. And for us, that's a mentality that we really have to approach everything with, and that we are approaching it with. So, yeah, they're a really good football team. I know we beat a really good football team, so that's how we're going to react, and we're going to fix what we need to fix, and then move on to the next game.
Reiner?
You said your identity when you were introduced with Smash. How much do you feel like you guys found the specific identity and this thing you carry on the rest of the season?
Yeah, I think it was a pretty good set to who we want to be and what we want to do. Obviously, we have to have different things to help us in wrinkles in games because people are going to adjust. But I think our guys did an unbelievable job of just going and executing the plan to go win the game. We said every game it's a 1-game season, every game, and that's all we're going to do is try to win that game. So guys did an outstanding job executing the plan.
Got time for a few more. We'll start with Chris on the right.
Obviously, you're going to need to look at your backs coach, but Kalel, I think his 11th carry was the big one.
Yeah.
At what point do you kind of make him the bell cow and say, hey, this is the guy we need to ride?
Yeah, Donovan, before the fumble, he broke out for an electric 46-yard run. So, we're going to need both those guys. We're going to need more guys. It's just how it is in college football, especially how long the season can go. So, Kalel obviously played a heck of a game. So we'll just keep using him how we need to. And you know, Kalel obviously showed that he should be the #1 guy. So we'll use both of them. They'll both play a tremendous amount, but Kalel obviously had a heck of a game.
Last question on the right, Zach.
You mentioned the lull. Can you speak to the offensive players' demeanor during that, and then also Allen's role as a leader during the, I guess, 5 drives without a first down?
Yeah, I mean, I think the demeanor of the players, they never really flinched. You know, they were just trying to find what is going to help them be successful, and that was it. The coaches the same way, and maybe mine, I probably got to calm down a little bit because I got a little hyped up on the players, and I tend to do that, especially with the O-line. And but those guys did an outstanding job. I'm proud of them. What they did in that final drive, that really tests you as a player, as a person, the adversity that you can hit, and to see them just push right through it and not blink and not flinch, that tells who we are as a team.
And Alex's command of the huddle during that?
It was awesome. I mean, he's so like he just has that presence about him. And he looked at me. He's like, "We're about to go score," and he just has it. And just so happy for him.